It's time for Texas League Baseball here in San Antonio. And here is Jonathan Baker right now to deliver the broadcast and welcome in everybody as we get you set for a brand new week of Texas League Baseball. It is the first game of 6 between the visiting Texas Rangers affiliate, the Frisco RoughRiders, and your San Diego Padres affiliate, your San Antonio Missions. Well, brand new week as we get set for this 6-game set. So far after that, Missions will head off to Amarillo to take on a 6-game series there in Sod Poodles territory. Then it'll be back to take on the visiting Springfield Cardinals in a 6-game set. Missions will head to Frisco last 6 times of the year before returning back home to take on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals in a 6-game set. And then head to Springfield right after that to take on the Springfield Cardinals. Missions return for one more homestand. They take on the Midland Rockhounds. And after that, Missions will be done for all the year here at Nelson Wolf. And so far, we'll close it off in Amarillo as a 6-game finale of the 2026 regular season will come to an end. Go online now at samissions.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, download Bally Live here in the App Store. You can find it. Or if you're on Android, just go to Google Play, and it'll be there as well. Well, anyway, what a week it's been as we had a short 3-game series last week against Corpus Christi. And so far, San Antonio winning 2 of that 3-game set. And I got to say, pretty good, but evidently wished we could have had a 6-game series against Corpus Christi, but evidently with the fact that the Texas League All-Stars break broke that series in half, it was split to a 3, but that's okay. Well, anyway, this past Sunday was really good. I got to say, we had the return of Francisco Acuna, who was missing after a significant time due to an ankle injury sustained in Tulsa. Francisco Acuna returned to the lineup, which that was Sunday. I was going to say yesterday, but correct me, I'm wrong about that. But anyway, he was returned to the lineup on Sunday, which that was really good, making an immediate impact with a double. The Missions against Corpus Christi on a offensive display with home runs from Kai Roberts and Ethan Salas and Braden Carpathios and Romeo Sanabria. Logan Gillespie started for the San Antonio Missions, delivered a strong outing before being relieved by Evan Fitterer, who helped close out the game. Corpus Christi efforts, despite the loss, the Hooks managed a run in the 6th inning and an inside-the-park home run in the 7th. We still are without Bob in this week, and so far, as we all know, that next week he'll be with us in Amarillo as he returns to work. San Antonio secured a decisive victory with a Sunday final score of 10-4, which that right there was pretty good. Ball clubs tonight here in the Texas League: Amarillo at Corpus Christi, Tulsa at Arkansas, Midland at Wichita, Frisco at San Antonio, and Springfield at Northwest Arkansas. And so far, there is where everybody will be tonight here in this one. got to give special shout outs to our proud Texas League affiliations. And the first one of them all has been West Creek Trail Rides, a proud affiliate since 2024. Whataburger served hot and fresh 24/7. Anytime a Missions player in the homestand hits a double, it's double meat cheeseburger coupons with a medium fry or onion ring. And yes, the good old soft drink. It's a sweet tea or Dr. Pepper or whatever preferred choice of soft drink you would go with. That is the drink you would choose. But anyway, anytime the Missions overturn a Taco Bell double play, you get 2 crispy tacos courtesy of Taco Bell. Well, anyway, we're just moments away from first pitch and our scheduled time, 7:05. It is 7:01 as we speak right now, and so far just thought we would do the pregame show here in this one. And so far tonight, taco night here at the ballpark. Boy, $2 tacos all night long. $2 drinks all night long. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. Nothing beats a great deal on $2 nights, and taco night is always a good night, especially there in the Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa, Amarillo, San Angelo, and even in Austin as well. But evidently we don't have that type of restaurant called Rosa's down here. Rosa's Cafe Tortilla Factory, proud also sponsor Missions Baseball when we're away from home. And so far, if we're out in West Texas, which we will be out in the Panhandle next week in Amarillo, and so far they got Rosa's Cafe and Taco Villa and Texas Burger, which those are 3 of the greatest restaurants that Bobby Cox has owned. And so far he has a good group of corporate food chains, which that is pretty good for him, as the first Taco Villa he started in Odessa, and gotta say it's a pretty good one as well. Well, anyway, we're just about set to go, but we do have scores coming in. Corpus Christi leading 3-1 against Amarillo, and so far, well, everybody else just about ready to go. Tulsa and Arkansas, top of the second inning, no score. Drillers having that start to the second inning against Arkansas, which that apparently is pretty good. Midland and Wichita fixing to go. Frisco and San Antonio. Springfield and Northwest Arkansas about ready to start tonight. Beautiful weather across the Texas League. There is no problems, no severe weather. But we are tracking that tropical storm just to the west of Florida. And so far it is looking to hit a direct course with the Texas coast. And so far we'll keep y'all up to date on that tropical storm. It should be probably a hurricane. I mean, it could be a possibility. Tropical Storm Bertha, which is to the west of Florida coastline. And so far, yes, Orlando and all those surrounding areas will be getting those storms and thunderstorm activity as well. Well, they have updated it to 673 miles away from San Antonio, and so far, if it does come onto the coast, we are looking for rain like you wouldn't see, but most evidently it's probably time to pack up the fridge and get food and all the necessities that you would need to survive a tropical storm, especially Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. Boy, that storm, it was something else. I kid you not. It was one of those bad storms where people freaked out about, there's gas shortages. There wasn't a shortage. There was just delivery problems. And so far, I've said that, and video, and I tell you what. But yes, we are fixing to get ready to go on a beautiful Tuesday night, Taco Night Tuesday. How do you like that? First of this 6-game series between the two ball clubs. It will be the first of 12 in the remainder of this season between the two ball clubs. And I got to say, going to be pretty good. Oh, yes, we do have promotions. Tonight, Taco Night Tuesday, and tomorrow evening, military members could get in for free to watch the baseball game. So, yes, all military members report to Wolf Stadium for tomorrow's game, which that's going to be pretty good. Make sure that you have your military ID, show that to the box office, and get 2 free outfield tickets, which you can get, which that'd be pretty good. Well, anyway, Thursday and Friday during this homestand, Flying Chanclas returned back to the normal days that we do have those on, and so far, got to say, pretty good. Well, just about set to go for the top of the first inning for the Frisco RoughRiders. And so far, we are going to have a good night. It is beautiful. And so far, thank you all for coming into this one as we get ready to go. Well, anyway, pretty good in this one. Miguel Mendez, a right-hander, is on the mound for San Antonio as he gets the start here. This first game of 6. And so far, yes, we do have Bob. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Hoping you're doing good this week, and so far, hope all is well with you. Right fielder Orlando Martinez getting set to go for Frisco. And we are ready. 3 magic words. Let's play ball. First pitch thrown in, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. And we are underway, 7:07. Not too shabby tonight. Crowds are still coming in. Here's the pitch. High in the air, straightaway center. Kai Roberts getting after it. Makes the play, and there's out number 1. And with that, let's give the visitors, the Frisco RoughRiders, starting lineups. Martinez, Hardy, and Chavez will lead it off. Guerrero drilling. Keith Jones, the second, will be the middle. Lee Sang, Brock, and Macias will round it out for the Frisco RoughRiders. Shortstop is Theo Hardy as he comes in. Here's the pitch, and that one is high fly in the air, straightaway up to the left fielder, Kai Murphy, as he'll make the play for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the start of this game, and the third baseman, Frenier Chavez, comes in. Bob says all is well. Family is doing good, but we are hanging in strong in this one. No balls, 1 strike, the count now. And the pitch. And right there and in for a cold strike, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Wind up and the pitch. And that one's going to be hard hit, out of play. It's 0-2. Still hanging on is Chavez. The temperature today got up to smack dab 100. And that's going to be hard hit in the air. And that's going to go up to the center, the right field out wall. And that's going to be a 2-out triple for Chavez, as he makes it to third safely, and the first run for Frisco is 90 feet away. Pretty good on that one. Chavez drilled that really nicely out there to straightaway center, just a few inches shy of right field, and I tell you one thing, he can really hit that baseball hard. Pablo Guerrero, the first baseman, comes in as he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. Hopefully to get his man off from third base straight to home. That would be pretty good for the RoughRiders. That one fouled and away. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High in the air, straight away, up to right field. And under it is the right fielder as he makes the play and ends this half inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one left. Bottom of the first coming up. Missions up to bat right after these messages. About set to go for the bottom half of the first inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Left-hander Dalton Pence is on the mound now as we'll get set for him for the Frisco RoughRiders to come in. Four-seam curveball cutter. Corey Joyce on second base coming in. And the shortstop Francisco Acuna coming in as well. So I'll start again on the pitch type. Four-seam curveball cutter, a splitter, and a sinker. Here's the pitch right there and in, and we're underway for the half inning for San Antonio. 0-1 the count now to Francisco Acuna. Acuna came back in the lineup on Sunday. Third game against the Corpus Christi Hooks, and so far, gotta say, it was a short three-game series last week, Friday through Sunday. Hooks taking on the Sod Poodles there at Bayfront. And that's going to be right there. Line drive base hit. And he's going to second. And he's going to coast in there. And he's ahead of the throw. And Acuna, boy, I tell you what, Sunday he did good against Corpus Christi. Coming back from the ankle injury. Especially there when San Antonio was up in Tulsa to lead off the year. Evidently, he got injured, twisted his ankle, was out most of April, May, June, and then came in for already the mid-half of July. Doctor said, hey, he was pretty good, so he comes back into the lineup and he plays baseball. The manager said, yeah, it's okay. We'll put him back on the lineup and we'll get him going. Ty Roberts coming in. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. RoughRiders and San Antonio do have a hit apiece in this game. Wind up and the pitch, and that one is right there in the count now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, Tulsa leading Arkansas 4-0. Boy, tell you one thing, the Drillers doing good in this season. They have led the charge all the way, most evidently. So far, pretty good for the Tulsa Drillers. Acuna, Robert Salas will lead it off. Sanabria, Carpathio, Schneel, Mondu, Murphy, and Verdugo rounded out for San Antonio tonight. In now, the catcher, Ethan Salas. As he takes a ball outside, it's 1-0. Now, when I say pretty good, 57-32 in the record for Tulsa. And that one's going to be a line drive. That's going to get down for the base hit. Run isn't across the score, and we have a 1-run double. And Ethan Salas gets it done as now San Antonio stretches the lead and breaks the tie. It's now 1-0 Missions. By golly, that is pretty cool to lead off this half inning. Romeo Sanabria coming in as he's ready to go. Takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. It has been a beautiful day today. It was hot. Went swimming this morning. Enjoyed that. The water was great. I bet a lot of you out there in the broadcast probably went swimming. Some of y'all had other activities. Probably watch wiffle ball or banana ball. But yeah, banana ball, they go nuts out there.
That's off the plate.
Curveball is outside. It's 1-2. San Antonio, by golly, just a beautiful evening. I love evenings like this. You know, the sky is blue, hardly a cloud in the sky, except that little one that's up to the left field area right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Sanabria. Here's the pitch. Right there, called third strike, and they got him 2 down. And that's the second strikeout for Pence. Runner still holding on second. Here is right fielder Braden Carpathios. Here's the pitch. And that is inside. It's 0-1. I have to tell you one thing. Boy, that score was really good on Sunday. San Antonio getting a pretty good win off of that one, winning the first and third of that 3-game series against Corpus Christi last week. Midland and San Antonio are in a foot race right now. If Midland beats Wichita, they'll be 44. 44 even in third place. Not bad. If Amarillo beats Corpus Christi, they'll be 47. And tonight, if the RoughRiders could come in and win their first on the road against San Antonio, that would be pretty good. RoughRiders have been doing really well, 51-38 for the year. Frisco and Amarillo lead the charge in the South and North Division teams Tulsa and Arkansas. But right there, called third strike, that does it. And the half inning comes to an end. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left for San Antonio. And we head to the second inning. It is 1-0 Missions. Dylan Dreiling coming in for Frisco when we come back here to the broadcast. Top half of the second inning for Frisco coming up right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Dylan Dreiling leading it off. 5-6-7 due up against Miguel Mendez. The pitch, high fly, in the air. All right, boys, y'all got to watch out over there. Whoa, just a few inches from plunking somebody in the head. Dreiling coming in. Boy, hits that one foul. And that one is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Or correction, 0-2. Well, tonight, umpires, Jeff Andrews calling balls and strikes, Charlie Baker at first, Gary Van Gansen at second, Larry Davis out there at third. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. That one high fly in the air. Nate Mondew under it. Makes the play, and that's out number 1. Wichita leads Midland 1-0. Boy, pretty good game there at the Porch. Tulsa leading 5-0 against Arkansas. Keith Jones, the second, coming in now. Will take a strike. It's 0-1. Northwest Arkansas leading 2-0 against Springfield. And that one's going to be up into center field. Kai Roberts will get it, makes the play, and that's out number 2. 2 quick outs here the half inning, and Marcus Lee Sang, the center fielder, coming in. 2 up, 2 down. 1 more in this one. And did he hold up? Nope, he did not. Right there, calls for a strike, 0-1. Corpus Christi leading 3-1 against Amarillo. Bottom of the second inning. That one is up to left field, and it goes right to Kai Murphy. And that is out number 3. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left for Frisco. And we are 2.5. San Antonio leads it 1-0. We're back here after the break as Nick Schneal leads off the bottom of 2 coming back from the break. About set to go for the bottom of the second for the Missions in our network. Well, Nick Schneal coming in, 6'7", due up against Dalton Pence. And that is going to be in for a strike. It's 0-1. Underway of inning number 2 here for San Antonio. Beautiful Tuesday night. Taco Night Tuesday. Can't beat that. 4th of this 9-game homestand. 0-2. And right there, a swing and a miss. And Schneal's down on strikes. 4th for Dalton Pence. By golly, tell you one thing, getting pretty good as Pence is getting in there and trying to find the rhythm of the strike zone. 7-hole hitter is third baseman Nate Mondu. Mondu coming up, and the pitch right there, back to the mound. Pence has it, and that is out number 2.
Batting 8, left fielder, Kai.
Well, the left fielder, Kai Murphy, getting in. Set to go as 2 up, 2 down here this half inning, and could be another 1-2-3 inning for San Antonio. Except for the lone 1 run that San Antonio got during the previous half inning. They're on their side. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be right up there, up to center field. That will drop for the base hit. And Kai Murphy getting a hit. Here is the 9-hole batter, second baseman Luis Verdugo.
No, that's low.
As he takes the ball down and in, it's 1-0 the count. Crowd piling in on this Tuesday night. Welcome everybody, and especially those that made the drive from Frisco and Dallas. Boy, tell you one thing, RoughRiders have this last 6 games of the year here in San Antonio. Then Missions will head to Frisco after the series against Springfield. They'll be pretty good. We'll see how that turns out to be. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind up and the pitch, here it comes, and that's going to be right there. High in the air, straight away, right field, and that's the inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left for San Antonio. And we head to the 3rd, and it's 1-0 Missions. So back here as we begin the 3rd inning with Jillian Brock, Joyce and Martinez coming in from behind when we come back. Well, about set to go for the third inning for the Rough Riders as we welcome you back to San Antonio Missions Baseball here on YouTube Live and KKYX, your home of country legends. Julian Brock coming in. Boy, that one is going to be lofted high in the air straight away up to the lazy river, and that one is gone. And that's a home run for Julian Brock. Ties it up, and now we are 1-1 in this one. So far, it's starting to be a pretty good one here in San Antonio. And most evidently, Mission's trying to look for that third place win. And yep, that was right in the lazy river over there. Kids having a good time going over there and having a pretty good one. And that one's going to be high in the air straight away. And there's another one out of the ballpark. And Frisco takes the lead. First two leadoff batters get in and get something going. Boy, and I tell you, they're coming in hitting tonight. You know, Frisco had a short 3-game series last week at Statesman's Park against Tulsa. So far, the last 3 games that they'll ever see the Drillers this year. Orlando Martinez coming in. We'll take that one high fly in the air. He'll lead it off this half inning after 2 solo shot home runs coming in for the first 2 prospects. 0 for 1 is Martinez. And the pitch is right there and in for a cold strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And right there, called third strike. They got him down. And that is a backwards K for the first strikeout for Miguel Mendez. In now, Theo Hardy. Hardy coming in. Here's the stretch.
Nope, outside.
And the changeup is high and outside is 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, so far, we just received word that Marcos Castañon has been traded from AAA El Paso straight to the San Diego Padres today. Wow, pretty good. That is a good thing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman Rosman Verdugo, former San Antonio Mission. Still working up in AAA El Paso. That one right there in the count now, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. They got him. And they're 2 up, 2 down. Third baseman Frenier Chavez, 1 for 1 triple last go round. Boy, Northwest Arkansas holding that 2-0 lead, but Springfield really getting in, having runners at second and third. And they are really trying to get some tying runs in. 0-1. Right there, and in the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on.
Ball.
Change up downstairs is 1-2. Frisco in the lead here in San Antonio, 2-1, top of the third. And that one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. High in the air, skied straight away center. Kai Roberts under it, makes the play. And there is the half inning come to an end. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. 3.5, Rough Riders in front, 2-1. We'll be right back here in this one as the leadoff batter, Francisco Acuna, will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back. About set to go for the top half or bottom half of the third inning. Right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Lean it off, Francisco Acuna getting set to go as San Antonio trailing this game here in the bottom of the third. That one ground ball straight away first. In time is out number one. Boy, one pitch, one ground ball, one out. I tell you what, just ugly just to see something like that, but all the more reason is that is really, really good. Especially for the RoughRiders trying to get out of the half inning and looking forward to the fourth inning coming up. Boy, Wichita extends the lead against Midland. It's 3-0 win surge. One ball, one strike. Kai Roberts. And they're the bottom half of the second there at the porch as that 3-0 lead for the Wind Surge. Tell you one thing, pretty good getting in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And that's going to be a high pop-up straight away up at third base, and that is out number 2. Midland returns home at Frisco Park to take on the Arkansas Travelers next week, so good for them, I should say. Ethan Salas coming in, 1-for-1 RBI double in the first inning. RoughRiders 2, San Antonio 1 here this game. And that is right there in the end for a called strike. It's 0-1. Offering. That one skied high in the air, straight away left. And that's a 1-2-3 half inning. The side is retired. No runs hit to errors, nobody left on. 4th inning as Pablo Guerrero will lead it off for Frisco when we come back. RoughRiders 2, Missions 1. Well, we're just about set to go for the top half of the fourth inning. Right now for the RoughRiders Baseball Network. And also missions as well. So if you're watching from Frisco, good as well.
Hey!
Pablo Guerrero coming in 4, 5, and 6 here against Miguel Mendez. Top of the fourth here in San Antonio. The 0-1, and that one is going to be popped foul. It's 0-2. Yeah, I were wishing that we would be in Frisco. But most evidently, that would have to wait until after a series against Springfield. 0-2, and that one fouls off, still hanging on. No balls, 2 strikes. That one ground ball straight away. Mondu has it, jump throws right to Sanabria in time, out number 1. Boy, that was really good play. Third baseman Sanabria. Sorry about that. Third baseman Mondu. Beg my pardon. I'm getting a little bit confused on positional players.
Ball, low.
Nate Mondu out there at third. Romeo Sanabria being out there first base. The left fielder Dylan Dreiling coming in. Here is the 1-0 delivery. That's a high pop-up straight away. And that is out number 2, caught by Mondu. And that's a quick out number 2. In now is Keith Jones and the windup, and that one is a changeup. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And that's a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that is right there in the end, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that is right there, and that's going to get down for the fair ball. And he's going to coast into second. Now he'll stretch it to a 2-out double. That is Keith Jones the second. And boy, tell you one thing, he gets up there and gets something going. Marcus Lee Sang coming in, 7-hole batter, also the cleanup man. 0 for 1, a lineout. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Called third strike, got him. And that does it. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for Frisco. And we head now to 4.5. The RoughRiders up 2-1. Romeo Sanabria leads it off to the bottom half of 4, coming up for San Antonio when we come back. Well, as we get ready to start off the fourth inning for San Antonio, we wish our happy affiliations out there the best shout out, West Creek Trail Rides of San Antonio. Make sure that you come by and check us out at 12230 West Creek Oaks Drive, San Antonio, Texas. Or get online and get a reservation going, and you are good to go. Whataburger served hot and fresh 24/7 for all of San Antonio, and for Henry's Buffy Tacos on Taco Night Tuesday, $7.99 Taco Plate Tuesday. Boy, best of Tuesday nights. Well, as we lead it off, Romeo Sanabria getting set to go. As we lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Missions. That one right there. Line drive base hit. The first baseman will miss it. And the hit for San Antonio to their fourth. And boy, they're going to try to get something brewing up here. I can feel it. Braden Carpathios, the next batter up. And the pitch. That one is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 0 for 1 strikeout by the right fielder, Carpathios. Beautiful evening as the sun begins to set. That one is a high pop-up straightaway up to right field. Not in time. That's out number 1. Weak fly contact. Write that down in the textbook. Designated hitter is Nick Schneal. 0 for 1, a strikeout. And boy, tell you one thing, that just gets ugly. Getting a high fly, and that eliminates the RBI possibility, but most evidently, got to watch what you're doing. Nick Schneal 0 for 1. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. And that's right there, high in the air, straight away right field, and there's 2 down. Boy, San Antonio trying to get in and get something going. But Dalton Pence at 41% of his four-seam fastball has been in for strikes tonight. Third baseman Nate Mondu, boy, he was great last week against Corpus Christi. And here is the pitch. And that one is high in the air, straight away, up to left field. And that is a 1-2-3. The side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left for San Antonio. 5th inning. Straight ahead tonight. RoughRiders up 2-1. So we'll be ready to go as Julian Brock comes in to lead it off for the 5th inning for the RoughRiders when we come back. Well, we're about set to go for the fifth inning as Julian Brock will lead it off. 8-9-1 due up against Miguel Mendez. We'll take that one in for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, tell you one thing, this game is flying by. That one foul, it's 0-2. Northwest Arkansas continuing that one-run lead. Boy, Springfield getting a run, and now they continue to trail that game by just a run. It's 2-1 Northwest Arkansas. Corpus Christi leading a run against Amarillo 4-3. Corey Joyce coming in. We'll take that one in for a strike. It's 0-1. Sun going down on a Tuesday evening. Boy, wish we had some clouds. Most definitely would be a nice hue combination. 0-2 offering. That one high fly in the air straight away up to right field. Carpathios will pull it down, and that's out number 2. Well, 67% of Miguel Mendez has been using a four-seam fastball for strikes. So far, plan is working really good. Kind of reminds me of what happened in the first half as we were getting near to the All-Stars break. High in the air straight away, Carpathios will make the play, and that is how the half inning comes to a close. No runs yet to Raiders, nobody left on for Frisco, and we go 5.5. It's the RoughRiders in front, 2-1. We're about set to go as Kai Murphy will lead it off for San Antonio when we get ready to go here in this one. Well, we're about set to go for the bottom of the fifth right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Kai Murphy about set to go as we lead it off here. And the pitch is right there and inside. And the count now at 0-1. Frisco leading a run in this game. And the pitch. High pop up, straightaway center. And that's out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, number 11.
Well, the second baseman, Luis Verdugo, coming in now. Wind up and the pitch. And that one is crushed high in the air near the warning track to left, and that's out number 2.
Now batting,
My golly, 2 up, 2 down in the half inning, and yet the RoughRiders continue to hold down San Antonio. They probably already got him in a headlock, it looks. Francisco Acuna coming up now. And he powers that one high in the air straight away. And that shy of the warning track, and that does it. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for San Antonio as we head to the 6th inning. RoughRiders up in front, 2-1. Halfway through the broadcast tonight on this Tuesday night, gotta say it's been a pretty good one thus far, as not many hard hit balls, but we have seen at least a few home runs tonight. But anyway, pretty good as we get going here in this one. Well, there is no score change in the Texas League. Everything is still staying the same. But anyway, pretty good on that. Well, we'll lead off the top of the 6th inning, give you your line look of your scores here. And gotta say, a pretty good one as we get it leaded off with the next batter up. That is Theo Hardy, as we'll be right back here in this one. Now set to go for the top half of the sixth inning as Theo Hardy leads it off 2, 3, and 4. Due up against Miguel Mendez, and boy, that one is hit. Straightaway left, it is gone. And into the lazy river there. And now the RoughRiders will extend their lead. It's 3-1. Pretty good hit for this guy right here. Boy, 404 foot, 101 on the exit velocity. That right there. Just a really good hit. Here's Frenier Chavez as he'll lead it after the home run. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 triple by Chavez. Here's the 0-1 offering. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one fouls off. And still hanging on. It's 0-2. Don't forget, Dodge Ram is a proud sponsor of San Antonio Missions Baseball. Looking for a truck or whatever you may find? You can find it on Dodge.com. Pablo Guerrero coming in. 1 man down, nobody on for Frisco, and that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That one is high fly in the air, straight away center. And in time, Kai Roberts will run it down for out number 2.
Left fielder, number 8.
Dylan Drilling, the left fielder, coming in. 0 for 2 and 2 pop-outs. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be right there and up to left field. That will fall down in front of Kai Murphy. And that will be a 2-out single continuing this half inning.
Number 11.
Keith Jones, the second, coming in. As he'll lead it off, and here's the pitch. That one right there, the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. High in the air, straight away, center, and that is how the 6th inning for Frisco comes to an end. But Theo Hardy gets a home run and exchanges it now to 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the RoughRiders showed a 3-1 lead here in this one. Kai Roberts leading it off for San Antonio when we come back. About set to go for the bottom of the sixth right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Guy Roberts will lean it off, as that one will be outside as 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 offering. And that one's going to get down right up to right field. That is through for the base hit. All the way to the base of the wall. And Roberts have a stand-up double.
Now batting, catcher, number 90.
Boy, I got to tell you, that is pretty good when we all look at it. Well, San Antonio now having the tying run up at the plate. Here's the catcher, Ethan Salas. And he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. 1 for 2. RBI double in the first. Boy, I tell you one thing. 8:29 as we get into the later part of this ball game. That one right there and out of play. It's 0-2 the count now as that is foul. No balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch. That one ground ball. Straight ahead up to first in time. But that will move the second run for San Antonio just 90 feet away from scoring in. All is well needed is that base hit. Romeo Sanabria, 1 for 2 single. Hopefully trying to get in a run. And here's the pitch. And that is right there. Line drive base hit up to straightaway center. And now they'll trail just 1 from the RoughRiders. And finally getting something going and hopefully to take back this lead here in the start of this series. Braden Carpathios coming in as he hits that one high fly in the air. That is carrying straight to the warning track, but caught by the center fielder. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Boy, it's a close game. 3-2 RoughRiders. In the bottom of the 6th inning, designated hitter Nick Schneel coming in. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that one's going to be right there. Line drive, that is through for the base hit. And now that's going to bring runners at second and third. Now the Mission's threatening RoughRiders.
Now batting, third baseman, number
And boy, I got to tell you one thing. That was a fair ball beyond belief of what's going on here in this one. Dalton Pence is being relieved out of this ball game after 6 2/3 innings, and by golly, did a pretty good job. But now it's up to the bullpen to get something doing. Right-hander Mason Thompson coming in as 11 ERA and 11.81 in that ERA. 18.3 in the strikeout rate. 310 over a 368 on the average of a right-handed batter to a left-handed batter. Slider is outside as 1-0 to the third baseman, Nate Mondu. San Antonio trying to get some more runs going, and hopefully Mondu can score in at least those 2. Right there, line drive, base hit to straightaway center. 1 run scores, 2 runs in to score by a Nate Mondu 2 RBI single. And San Antonio claims back the lead. It's now 4-3. What a way to get that one going. Ty Murphy coming in now, as that's going to be well hit, but well bobbled. And he doesn't have a play, and that will be an error on Theo Hardy, the shortstop. Don't blame him there that he had a little trouble trying to get in contact of that baseball. but that ball was right off of him. So now Frisco gets an error. Luis Verdugo coming in now, as he's going to hit that one straight away center, and that will do it. But 2 runs come in across the score, or actually 3 runs, 5 hits, no error, 1 error. I was going to say no errors, but 1 error for Frisco. We head to the 7th inning. San Antonio leads it by 4-3. Well, lead it off to the top half of the 7th inning as we get set to go, as Marcus Lee Sang will face off Miguel Mendez. That one is a high pop-up straight away. Mondu in foul territory makes the grab, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, number 4.
Boy, a pretty good one here tonight if San Antonio can claim the game. And boy, that would put them to a 3rd place, and Midland would be put to 4th place, but evidently that could happen if Wichita gets a win and San Antonio can get a W. Here's the 0-1 offering. That one is a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 840 getting going in this one. High in the air. Boy, straight ahead. And right to the wall. Out number 2. Boy, you look at Kai Murphy. He had his back to the wall as he grabbed that one. And they're 2 down. Well, Wichita continues to lead that game against Midland 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now that'd be a pitch clock violation, as that will be 1 ball and no strikes. Corey Joyce to the plate now for the Rough Riders. Northwest Arkansas leading 5-1, top of the 7th inning for Springfield. Tulsa leading 5-2 against Arkansas. And right there, that is out number 3, caught by Ethan Salas. And the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch, and so far, San Antonio leads it 4-3. So we'll be back here as Francisco Acuna will lead it off as we get ready to go. The bottom of the 7th coming up. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Hope you've enjoyed your 7th inning stretch, and now time to get back to this ball game as the leadoff batter Francisco Acuna will lead it off. The sinker downstairs is 1 ball and no strikes. Mark Church and Carter Bloomler coming in. Two right-handers to warm up in the Frisco bullpen. Game almost done tonight, and that's going to be a ground ball straight away short. Throw down the first in time, and Acuna down for the out. And that is one down. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. 1 for 3, double and a run. Boy, tell you one thing, getting dark as we play on this Tuesday night. This game is close by, and 4-3 San Antonio, 1 run ahead of Frisco. Kai Roberts coming in. Here's the pitch to him. That one high for a ball. It's 1-1. Few clouds from time to time, but mostly clear as we go through tonight. Tomorrow will be sunny, hot, and temperature up to 103. Rest of the week is supposed to be that way too, but no rain in sight. This week's fireworks show has been canceled, most evidently for Saturday night. And just to the due safety, we will have a drone show that will replace the fireworks show. So we do apologize. We just don't want anything catching fire on a Saturday night. Well, that will do for this half inning. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. And we head to the 8th inning. San Antonio leads this game by 1 run. It's 4-3. Orlando Martinez will lead it off as we get set for the 8th inning coming up. Well, we head to the top half of the 8th inning right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Orlando Martinez leading it off here. And so far we are going to have a San Antonio West Creek Trail Rides pitching change, as that is going to do for the starter here tonight, Miguel Mendez. Dyson Acosta will be up in relief as a right-hander. Sinker, slider, and a changeup. Acosta now pitching for San Antonio. Boy, so far pretty good on that as he will be in to start here for the Missions here in the 8th inning.
Yes.
First pitch is down and in for a contested strike. And that is going to be upheld, so no dice on that one. So no balls and one strike as Jeff Andrews says that was a fair strike, and it's a 0-1 count. Now that one being foul, it's 0-2. Jeff Andrews commanding that home plate area. Charlie Baker, the first base umpire. Gary Van Gansen, the second base, and third is Larry Davis. Now and right there, that is the line drive. That's through for the base hit. Now the tying run is on first. Frisco trying to get something going, and George Waters out there being out there at the first base area coaching. High pop up straight away. Mondu under it, makes the play, and that is one down. Boy, Frisco down now to their final 5 outs tonight. Here is the third baseman, Frenier Chavez, as he comes in. And the pitch is down and inside. It's 0-1. Boy, so far just a nice night for us all here in the Texas League. And that one is going to be pelted. That one deep, that one high. It's gone. And the RoughRiders take the lead back by Frenier Chavez. And now it's a 5-4 ball game. They don't go quietly trying to get a series win here in San Antonio, but now it's 9 runs combined tonight. San Antonio needs a win to get that third place position. Midland needs a loss to Wichita, but if Midland gets a win, they'll continue the third place in the Texas League. And San Antonio doesn't move anywhere. Pablo Guerrero coming in as he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. 0 for 3. Flied out in the first inning is Guerrero. Good lead there in Northwest Arkansas. 5-1 against Springfield. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Wichita leading 3-1 against Midland. Tulsa leading 5-2 against Arkansas. Top of the 8th. Corpus Christi leading 4-3 against Amarillo, and they're already to their bottom half of the 7th. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that's 2 down. Dylan Drilling, the left fielder, coming in. One for 3 single by this guy as he takes a strike inside, and he ain't going to be in love with that one, but now they'll overturn it, and now it's 1 ball and no strikes. He had to plead with Jeff Andrews about that one. That one is high fly in the air, and that is going to get over for a ground rule double. So now there will be a runner in scoring position. And boy, to tell you one thing, that is something that you don't see every day, but you see it evidently. Keith Jones, the second, comes in, and right there, Charlie Baker, or no, Larry Davis. Do apologize. Larry Davis out there at third says he went around for a strike. It's 0-1 now. No balls, 1 strikes to Keith Jones, the second. And that one is fouled off. It's 0-2. Frisco 5, San Antonio 4. Here's the 0-2 offering. Called third strike. They got him. And right there, the Siders are tired, but Frenier Chavez gets 2-run home run. And it'll put them back on top. Frisco up 5-4. Bottom half of the 8th inning set to go, and we'll have a new right-hander in relief coming up right after the break. Bottom half of the 8th inning set to go for San Antonio, right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Right-handed reliever Mark Church is on the mound now for Frisco. We welcome you back to San Antonio as we get ready for the bottom half of the 8th inning. Church on the mound for the RoughRiders. First baseman Romeo Sanabria coming in 2 for 3 and 2 singles. San Antonio trying everything they can to come back here tonight. And that one's going to be crushed. That one deep to center field. And that's going to bounce the wall. And that's going to be a no-out double for Romeo Sanabria. Thank him for double meat cheeseburgers tonight, courtesy of Whataburger. Boy, now the tying run in scoring position now is... Boy, that right there was a long hopper deep to center field and probably sound like Johnny 5. Boy, if you remember that one, that was really funny. He sounded like he played baseball. Braden Carpathio's coming in as he'll take a ball outside. It's 1-0. 0 for 3 strikeout and 2 flyouts tonight. Boy, a little bit more daylight left out there in left field. Right there, ground ball. Oh, look at that. That is hugging the line. Now the run is coming in to score, and that's going to be the RBI double by Braden Carpathios. Now we are tied 5-5. That hugged the line. Look at that beautiful play. And as you look at that home plate area, it was there. The camera never lies. Boy, and San Antonio trying to push for third place tonight. Denying Frisco a win would be huge. And right there, that's going to be first and third. And they'll play first and third, nobody out. A run in to score. And now hopefully trying to get some more home runs here tonight. And that would definitely be huge for San Antonio. Well, the manager is coming out of the dugout now, and so far that's going to do for the relief starter, Mark Church. So far, not a good, pristine performance here tonight, but most evidently they'll switch it to a new right-hander, Carter Blumler. Four-seam, curveball, and a changeup. Blumler now pitching for the RoughRiders. 5-5 ball game here in the bottom of the eighth. First and third. Here is third baseman Mondu as he swings and misses. It's 0-1. 1 for 3, 2 RBI single in the sixth inning, which he could be tops player of the game at the end of this one tonight. Here is the 0-1 offering. And that's going to be a high pop-up right there. Down it goes, and the run scores. And San Antonio takes the lead back. It's now 6-5 on the Nate Mondu single. Boy, and if you come to San Antonio into Nelson Wolff, you are coming in to a boxing ring where these two teams are trying to win this game. Hi, Murphy coming in as he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. 1 for 3 single tonight to the left fielder. Two runs out there, nobody out. Right there, line drive, and that is through for the base hit. And San Antonio will load them. Nobody out, golden opportunity. A grand slam will feed you a 12 box of tacos. A 12 box from Taco Bell. That would be reasonable.
Ball, outside.
Luis Verdugo coming in now as want to know the count now. 0 for 3, a line out in the second inning. Boy, a grand slam would be huge in this half inning. And right there in the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is right there, out number 1. And everybody gets back to their bases safely. Francisco Acuna, the shortstop, coming in 1 for 4, a double. Boy, trying to get one here to put it out of reach. Here's the pitch. And that is right there. And uh-oh, he misplayed it. Now the run in to score. And that'll put San Antonio up to 2 runs ahead of Frisco. Boy, pretty good play, but that should have been called an error to the shortstop. Right there, line drive, that is through for a hit. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And they're gonna throw down, and they will pick him off. Now that'll score in at least a few more. (9-5) San Antonio. Boy, they are pulling ahead now. Boy, San Antonio trying to get this third place position tonight. And now they're going to switch it to a new right-hander, Trey Supak. 4-seam slider, changeup, and a curveball. Trying to get out of the half inning and get ordered to their 9th inning. 2 outs, runner at second. And that one is crushed. Right to right field, but that will end the inning. And boy, they come in and they powered this one like nothing else as we go to the 9th inning. San Antonio leads it 9-5. Marcus Lee Sang leads it off in the ninth when we come back here at the ballpark. Well, remember what I said when Johnny Five was looking like he was playing baseball? That was pretty funny. Here's a clip we are going to play for you, and yeah, we will play it for you right here. So, here you go.
Long line drive to deep left center. Heidi's going back for it.
Yep, and the Nova robots were after him on that one. Well, about set to go for the top half of the ninth inning here in San Antonio. And, yep, got to get the computer back to where it goes. So a live broadcast as we get things ready to rock and roll. Marcus Lee Sang, 7-8-9, bottom half of the order set to go. Dyson Acosta now getting into his second inning in relief on the mound for San Antonio. 1-0 offering, that one high in the air, straight away up the left field, and that is out number one. Want to tell you, one thing could be an easy win for San Antonio. Boy, they have been really coming back fighting in the ring here tonight. Julian Brock coming in 1 for 3, takes that inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Top of the ninth, San Antonio 9, Frisco 5. And the pitch right there and out of play, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That one ground ball straight to Romeo Sanabria. Steps on the bag for first, and they're an out away to win this one. Corey Joyce coming in now, and he's the last chance for the RoughRiders tonight. 1 for 3, solo shot in the third. And to tell you one thing, pretty good for him as he comes in. And the pitch. And they're going to call that appeal down by Charlie Baker. And no deal. He held up on time. 1 ball, no strikes. And that is in for a strike. It's 1-1. Boy, 2 outs, nobody on. Last of the ninth inning. High pop up straight away. Carpathios gets it, and that's the ball game. And San Antonio takes game 1 of our series here at Wolf Stadium. Pretty good. Right there, they get something going, and boy, it was back and forth to take this series, but Frisco tried hard, but evidently they had something to do here tonight. Well, San Antonio takes their 44th, and they will move up to 3rd place. And so far, pretty good for that. Now Frisco will get their 39th loss of the season. And so far, a pretty good night here in San Antonio as the Missions will win it by the final score of 9-5. Winning pitcher is Dyson Acosta. The loss will go to Mark Church. And so far, pretty good. Player of the game is Romeo Sanabria, 3 for 4, 2 bases, and RBI. And gotta say, pretty good on top of that. Well, looking at scores right now, it looked like, boy, Amarillo leads 6-4 against Corpus Christi. Tulsa out in front 5-2 in the top of the 9th inning. Wichita having a slim lead against Midland. It is 3-1 against the Rockhounds. Well, San Antonio called the ball game 9-5, claiming the third place position in the Texas League, but still trail the Sod Poodles at least 2.5 against Amarillo. Sod Poodles looking like they're going to get up to a 47th win if they beat Corpus Christi in the game there at Bayfront Park. But most definitely they're going to see what goes on in that ball game. Northwest Arkansas, they're bottom half of the 8th inning right now, and I got to say they are doing really good there at Riverboat Field. They have a big lead against the Springfield Cardinals. And so far, yeah, they have runners at second and third in the bottom of the 8th. Boy, 7 and 8. That would put the nail in the coffin on Springfield. Going to look at their ballpark and beautiful Riverboat Field in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Which most evidently, hopefully, San Antonio could go to Riverboat next year. That would be great. But anyway, I tell you, that would be an amazing road trip to North Little Rock to take on the Naturals there in North Little Rock. Well, they got 3 balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 8th inning, and I tell you one thing, it's getting pretty interesting. Boy, that right there gets them going, and that's the out. So that will do it. But now Springfield has 3 outs to do. Northwest Arkansas can easily claim the 39th of the season and put Springfield 42 and 47. Well, Corpus Christi will have the bottom half of the 8th inning to do some work as we go to Bayfront Park cameras. And, yeah, by golly, it's been pretty interesting as we look at the ball game and we see what's going on. Boy, good camera shot behind the plate. It looks really good. If they would have held that camera shot right there, and they would have really, see everything. That one is, ooh, yeah, somebody almost got plunked by that baseball right there. And so far, just a pretty good one. But we look at San Antonio, and so far, 1 run came in across the score to the bottom of the 1st inning. Then you look at 4 of those innings becoming scoreless. San Antonio came back with 3 in the bottom of the 6th and the 5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. That is one way you can take a ball game and win it that way, which that right there, pretty good. Well, anyway, as we all say, We hope to see you all again tomorrow evening for Game 2 of our 6-game set. And don't forget that tomorrow it belongs to our military members' Military Appreciation Night Wednesday at the ballpark. Thursday and Friday will be Flying Chanclas Thursday and Friday games. Don't forget our two teams continue the series. There will be post-game drone show after the ball game on Saturday night. And Sunday evening we'll wrap it up against the Frisco RoughRiders. Then it'll be the road trip to Amarillo right after that. Well, anyway, see y'all again tomorrow evening. And we will be back 7:05, our first pitch. Live stream starts 6:50. So anyway, have a good night, everybody, and see you at the ballpark.